A recent report by a group of civil society organizations indicate that over 1,200 persons lost their lives after being kidnapped in over 650 abductions that occurred in Nigeria this year. In September alone, 24 students were kidnapped from the main campus of the Federal University of Gusau, about 20 kilometers from the state capital of Zamfara State. Reports, however, indicate that 6 of the students were rescued. 11 passengers traveling in Benue State were also kidnapped by gunmen, while a first-class traditional ruler, Alhaji Mustafa Zubairu Adam, the Gum Mama in Wamba local government area of Nasarawa State, was also kidnapped and rescued this September. The House of Representatives is currently putting pressure on the National Youth Service Corps to ensure the rescue of 8 prospective corps members from Akwa Ibom State who were abducted by bandits in Zamfara State on August 17, 2023, while on their way to orientation camp in Sokoto State. These incidents indicate a rise in cases of kidnapping in the country and informs our focus on the program. Welcome to Nigeria Today. I am your carrier, Clinton. Joining me to speak on rising cases of kidnapping in Nigeria is retired CP Lawrence Alobi, MON, former Commissioner of Police, FCT, Abuja. You're welcome to Nigeria Today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'll start with you, Sir Lawrence. From the introduction, it does appear that kidnapping is on the rise. So what could be the reason for this increase?
Yeah, thank you very much. Kidnapping is on the increase because of a lot of factors. One is that they made kidnapping a very lucrative business in the country. Previously, we used to have armed robbers along the highways and so forth in their houses, but now with cashless system, most people don't have money in their houses. So now the kidnapping, with the ransom they pay, you are the mercy of the kidnappers. They will dictate to you what you should do. And for the love you have for the victim, your relation, you will be willing to make sure that he's released, he or she is released, and in that case, you'll be compelled to pay the ransom. So lucrative, that they made the kidnapping a very lucrative business. But that is not good enough for the country. It's very embarrassing. Because in the sense that citizens they deserve to be saved in whatever environment in this country. And like Section 14B of the Constitution provides that the prime purpose of government is security and welfare of the citizen. The government, whatever the government is doing, that security is a driver of all things. Security is a driver of democracy. Security is a driver of development. Without security, no development. So, but the government should ensure that security agencies are well empowered. Decisions that are supposed to be the forefront of the security in this country, they have not been empowered, they are weakened. And when institutions are weakened, of course, they cannot perform optimally. Like the police, the number is greatly depleted, the armed forces and so forth, they're not being funded, not well equipped, no equipment, no motivation. So, and again, the citizens themselves too don't forget that Section 24 of the Constitution provides that it's contrary to every Nigerian citizen to assist Christians in maintaining law and order. Nations are built on law and order. But today, most Nigerians are concerned only with their rights. Their right, my right, my right. They go to court, my right, file motion, my right. Nobody concerned about his obligations and duty, in line with Rothschild's theory of social contract. Social contract, the citizen's life is based on principle of reciprocity. But the government is doing, the citizens should do. But in Nigeria, we have that parasitic culture, which is my right, it's me, government must do everything, government do everything. It's not so. That dependency syndrome, we must change its attitude. Today, America is a great nation that Kennedy told the Americans, don't think what America will do for you. You think what you can do for America. We should think of what we can do for a nation. How can Alvala contribute? You and I bring the Hindus, we are bringing free oxygen. How much are we paying to God for bringing oxygen? We have free air, free sunshine, free life, free world. What am I giving back? Life is based on the principle of reciprocity. And service is what man is meant for. So I think these are the problems that we need to address. For instance, we have national orientation. How far have we been doing to make us inculcate those values of service, the value of contributing, the value of adding value? We don't have the parasitic culture. Everybody want to, my intention to guide me, my right. No. Life, when they say right, there is corresponding obligation.
Okay, Mr. Lawrence, I'll have to stop you here. It's like our correspondent is ready. Jamilu, give us a situation report of the kidnapping, of course, and of the rescue of the students in the Federal University, Gusau.
Okay, thank you. The unfortunate incident happened in the early hours of today when the armed terrorists in their large number stormed the Gidandawa community, which hosts the Federal University, Gusau, Zamfara State, and broke into 3 female hostels of the university, which are located a few meters away from the campus. They kidnapped initially unspecified number of students, but later the university management confirmed that no fewer than 30 students were kidnapped by the terrorists. And another 10 people from the host community were also kidnapped by the terrorists. A combined security forces pursued the terrorists and was able to rescue 8 of the victims so far. And they are currently receiving medical attention at a clinic within Gusau, the state capital. Zamfara State Deputy Governor Malam Mani Mumuni led a powerful delegation of the state government and heads of security agencies operating in Zamfara State on a sympathy visit to the victims, rescued victims, and to reassure the university community of the government's commitment to ensuring the safe rescue of all the captives. And it is important to note that all the kidnapped victims were residing off campus, because they had to rent hostels off campus. There is only one hostel on campus which accommodates only the male students. So all the female students of the university reside off campus, and in most cases on rented apartments. And this case is coming really 3 months after 5 students of the university were abducted by the terrorists. And this prompted the students of the institution to stage a violent protest, calling on the relevant authorities to do the needful in ensuring their safety within the university and its environs. During the Deputy Governor's visit to the university, he reassured the university community that new security strategies have been put in place to avert the reoccurrence of the unfortunate incident.
Thank you very much for the information. Thank you very much. But lastly, before you go, what is the situation like in the school right now? Because it does appear that this is just not the only abduction.
Right now in the school and the university host community, as security has been beefed up, though a number of students have been seen parking their properties leaving the university. But the situation is relatively calm now. The security has been beefed up within the campus and the university community generally.
Jamilu, thank you for the update. Now, Sani, you heard what Jamilu said there. It's not looking good at all. Now, how can these perpetrators be tracked? Because it does appear they're coming frequently.
Yes, thank you very much. I would like to take off from where the CP was saying regarding what the citizen is expecting to give back to the country. And this anchored my organization, Neighborhood Enlightenment and Safety Organization. I want to inform the CP that Neighborhood and NESO is contributing its own quota towards ensuring safety and security in the country too. As you may be aware of civilian JTF, we are at the forefront of the emergence of civilian JTF. So we are volunteers, and we have been working towards that. Regarding this happening, a lot of activities have been put in place. We have met with recently we have met with the CG Civil Defense, and he is one man that needs to be applauded, because of the unit in his organization. Now we have what he call counter-terrorism unit, and again there is this section of school security unit that he has organized, where they have trained a lot of gallant women, men and women, to give safety to our institution, both secondary school, primary schools, and higher institutions in the country. So the government is actually doing something. Even last week, I met with the Chief of Defense Staff regarding this issue, and I will tell you the Tinubu administration is very much on ground to ensure that this thing is staying. The most problematic area in terms of giving this, procuring this security is in the area of intelligence. And the number of intelligence services we have, if you look at VSL, what is their population? And although the police has their own intelligence, all the agencies have their own intelligence unit, but it's not just enough. And that is why we deploy these techniques of bringing in civilian JTF, bringing in the people that are actually living within the communities to procure intelligence for the agencies. And we have been doing so considerably, and we are working towards ensuring that this situation is reduced to the barest minimum. Of course, the people at the helms of affairs today in terms of the security, the new appointees, if you look at the CDS was equally a theater commander, and the Chief of Army Staff was equally at the forefront of the war against banditry and terrorism, including the current IG of police. So if you look at the security team, they are fine officers and men, and we are sure that they just need a little time to take off. Like the CP has said, the Tinubu administration need to actually look into funding this organization. Funding is one of the major problems. And thank God, recently, Tinubu administration has engaged a foreign organization to procure and to provide border security safety by use of technology and other business. So it shows that this administration is actually going to get a pass in a very short time to come.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lawrence, earlier you mentioned that kidnapping has become lucrative.
Sure.
How can Nigeria make it less lucrative?
Yeah, the point is that life is precious to everybody. And like I mean, quoted section 14B of the Constitution provide that safety, the welfare and the security of the citizens. You see, the point is that security agents should not be reactionary, should be proactive. Now that this incident has happened, it happened earlier, some times ago. What lesson did they learn? What can they do? For me, when I was in service, we have called a postmortem. Each operation, we have a postmortem to analyze where do we fail, what do we need to do. You need to be creative. One is that the citizens are helpless now, the way it is. Because when they kidnap you, you are the mercy of the kidnappers. I'm sure your family mobilize funds and to redeem the situation. The only way out is that, one, is that we shouldn't be paying money. If we don't make it lucrative, they will not kidnap. But again, in that you are the mercy of their life. So that's the danger. But again, I think there should be a very kind of a system where, like for instance, this information we talk about intelligence, you don't get intelligence, you get information. You get information, then when you analyze the information, it becomes actionable intelligence. Nobody gives intelligence, you analyze it, and see that the phone is actionable intelligence. For instance, those who went to kidnap these students, they didn't come to the air, they came to a road. People saw them coming. When you see people in large numbers, maybe carrying guns, what do you do as citizens? Won't you alert the police? The whole place they went, the alert all security agencies? Citizens should be security conscious and be willing to assist security agencies, like under section 24, which I quoted. So we should also help our citizens to help themselves, because the citizens are the prime beneficiary for a safe and secure environment. When the country is not safe, the citizens are the ones they want to suffer most. So I think, like I said, all stakeholders should be involved. The government, the citizens, security agencies, because it's a collective responsibility of all of us. And I said, without security, no democracy. That's why you see, election is a man with as a result of insecurity. It is cancelled. So security is imperative and indispensable for the development of this country. Now the point is that we should, when they there should be a mechanism where they can track all money. And if we can do it, is that the government, they should make sure they give them fake money. Because the only when you develop, give them fake money, counterfeit, they cannot spend it anywhere. So that's the only way out. If they need to, they should call the police, the security agency arrange and give them fake money. When you do, they know that they will stop. This is how you must, you have to be creative in your thinking. Creative thinking, if you're a leader, you have to be creative. And you must have courage to take action and assert your position and make sure this has to be done. So I think we need to develop the security agency need to sit together and come out with various strategies and mechanisms to curb this thing, because it becomes embarrassing. Students who are in school, and again, the security agency, the school themselves should not just go and sit down, wait on government to provide. Whatever the school do. In this country, we don't pay attention to security. Our government, they don't even regard them as anything. Private security men who are there, they don't even regard them. Like talking about GTP and so forth. We should have paid. Security is indispensable in any human group society. Look at the ant. The ant, if you destroy an ant here, before they build it, they need to be secured. You need to secure our country. We Nigerians should think about how to come out with patriotic spirit. So I want the government of Tinubu, he's doing very well. I applaud him. Should also that national orientation agencies in all the states should be active. Let's not change our attitude. Attitude inculcate the culture of service. Culture of not the question of only grab. That's business attitude. It's beastly. Should be a culture of service. How can I contribute? How can I make a difference? How can I add value? It's our country. We don't that country. I don't look at any country. I don't go to anywhere. Nigeria is my best country in the world.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence. Now, Dr. Sani earlier, Mr. Lawrence earlier mentioned that the Nigerian police or the security agency should be proactive and not reactive. And you also have reeled out some effort that have been put in place to ensure that to fight banditry and terrorism in Nigeria. Then I ask, how equipped are these men and women in these, in the security agents? How equipped are they? Because some of these bandits, when they come to attack, they have sophisticated weapons. So how equipped are these men and women to fight?
I won't be able to tell you how equipped they are because I don't belong to any of the agencies. But like the CP said, there is a way that we can actually bring this thing to the barest minimum by way of, I keep wondering how a kidnapper will contact the family of a kidnapped person, and yet he goes free. What happened to our telecom? What is the essence of having telecommunications? What are the NTA and the rest doing? Can't they work together with the police and the other security agencies to track down these people? If calls under 25 seconds, 1 minute can be tracked. So, and you keep negotiating with them, for hours, and nothing happened to them. So there is the need for us to develop that aspect of tracking through communications, which is very important. Regarding the equipment you are talking about, you can never compare the equipment of a country to a terrorist. Whatever you want to look at it, Nigerians are we have well-equipped security agencies. Though we need more, technology, like I said, is lacking. There is no encouragement. There is just one. Recently, there's a policeman that had issues in Kaduna where his anus and his urinary tract was blasted during the gun duel between them and terrorists. The man is just suffering there. I saw his plight the other time. I had to send to a DIG, seeking this DIG to use his position to make sure that police officer is flown abroad for reconstruction. This guy is just left without anything, although the Police Service Commission just came up with they said that they are going to assist. We should give value to our officers that are serving this country. Such person should not be allowed to go back to his house. If you cannot give him that treatment in this country, take him abroad. He is serving the country. This will give others that encouragement to perform to the country. But when you, in the course of service, you lost your life, your family are left without care, the officer that maybe that had secured injury is left without attention, then you think somebody will be committed to go out and do that fight. So we should give that incentives and encouragement to the security agencies. And like he said, we volunteers that we are bringing ourselves and our life and putting online for the service of this country should be appreciated, not only by the security agency, even by the government. Sure. We should be appreciated. It should be all inclusive. Like the police keep saying, security is not only police business; it's everybody's business. And without information, they cannot perform. And the information system in this country is such that the person that is giving that information may equally, if care is not taken, will be taken to be the accused. So we should learn, and sometimes when you give information, if the agency should know how to protect you, the informant. Sometimes you give information, they will not let the other people know that this information is coming from that place, and the person that gives the information is in danger. So there is need for more training of our security agencies. We should need to develop technology, and we have Nigerians wizards, technological wizards, that they can develop all these drones and this. We don't need to go buy drones outside. Nigerians should know how to utilize our boys. What we have, Ghana has just done it. I watched a police officer in Ghana who has tumor. He was operated alive. He was not injected. He was talking. He was even playing a piano, a flute, while his brain was cut open, and they were working on him in Ghana. So what is it that Nigerian cannot? Why can't we achieve more than that? We have all the resources. We are the best intelligent black people on earth. I'm not being
arrogant here.
Arrogant
but if you have it planted,
but Nigerians are the best anywhere in the world in Africa.
Yeah, but
yes. So why are we slacking at home? We should develop ourselves to make sure that we are lacking we are not lacking in terms of technological security hardware or whatever.
Okay, now, Mr. Lawrence, now you talked about not giving them money, as ransom. So what should families do when their loved ones are kidnapped?
Like I said, it becomes, if you don't give money, if you don't meet their demand, the life of everything becomes very, very, very precarious. So the point is that, like I suggested, they can give them fake money. The government can, for purpose of any ransom, send fake money. They cannot spend it in the site. Anywhere they go to be traced. And like I said about technology, security is technologically driven. We've not been investing on technology. If we invest on technology like drones, can monitor, aerial patrol, monitor areas. For instance, along the road, for instance, can we have that with monitoring and so forth? And then again, like I talk about appreciating the people who serve. You must motivate the people. The security agencies are being neglected terribly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence. I would.
You don't want to appreciate me by cutting me?
No, I really do appreciate you, but just that we don't have that. We don't have that time.
Appreciate security agencies.
Thank you.
The government, our leaders too. Our leaders too should sit up. Our leaders are not patriotic.
We really do appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
And that does it on Nigeria Today. We say a very big thank you to retired CP Lawrence Alobi, MON, former Commissioner of Police, FCT, Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
We also appreciate you, Dr. Sani Aliyu, a security expert. Thank you for your insightful information.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And also a very big thank you to our reporter, Jamilu Ibrahim, who joined us via Zoom. And it's been great having you as a part of the program. We'll be back on Monday with another episode of the program. Remember, Nigeria Today is weekday at 7:30 on NTA News 24. You can check out this and other episodes on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. I am your carrier, Clinton. Thank you for watching.